Okay guys, welcome to another video of myself. This game, Super Mario Brothers, now this is not the NES version, it is in fact a version released for the Commodore 64. Now, thanks to quite a few people who posted comments on my Friday Waffle making me aware of this, and I actually watched Lone Boys Post 1975's video on this. Now, this game was released, I think, just a few days ago. Now, I'm looking at a report that's giving you a wee bit sort of background information. It just says here, a tireless developer working for nearly 7 years has created a perfect recreation of Super Mario Brothers for the Commodore 64. This week, a developer called Zero Page released Super Mario Brothers 64, which he bills as a one-to-one recreation of Super Mario Brothers. It's a result of 7 years of game development and a tantalising look at what could have happened had the early console wars gone differently. Now, apparently the version you can download contains the American, European and also the Japanese version of the game. The game is completely free to play. I managed to find it on Google. I would suggest, if you want to play the game, you have a look now, because as we all know, Nintendo are, well, I wouldn't say ridiculously strict, but they're very, very strict on taking down any copyright. I mean, I think it's Nintendo that has caused all these sort of ROM sites to no longer have games available to download. To be honest with you, I don't blame them. If I was Nintendo, I would take this game down as well, because as I'm about to show you, this game is just insanely good. You know, and it's what is kind of sad is the game will probably not be available for very long. The guys put a lot of work in to doing it, and sadly, a lot of people won't get to actually enjoy it. Now, you know, what I've done here is I've actually, on the left hand side, I have got the Commodore 64 one running, and on the right hand side is the NES one, and you can do your own comparison. You can see just how faithful it really is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a couple of levels of this one and also the NES one. You'll see them running side by side, and it just gives you a kind of flavour of just how good this actual game is. So let's go. 1 player, 2 player. Oh, okay, let's go. Now the sound is, I would say, is just spot on. It really is. If you didn't know this was the Commodore 64 one, you would think it was NES one. Obviously C64 only uses the joystick, so to jump up you press up. I noticed you've got to kind of take a run at it to kind of get up some of them. Also, the NES one would use the gamepad. Fire. I think this is the HAL one that I'm playing at the moment. The thing is, both machines are 8-bit, so I don't suppose it should really come as too much of a shock to see just what a good job C64 can actually do. I am pants at this game, as you can probably tell. Now what I've tried to do is recreate me playing the NES one, so it's kind of going to try and match as best as I possibly can. I notice it's slightly it plays slightly slower. Maybe it's because I'm playing the firmware version, I don't know. Hey, there we go. And we'll play a second level. You've probably seen the internet, at least YouTube, is awash with videos about this very game, and I'm not surprised because it's just mental how good this version is. Come on. You can just imagine how this would have been received back in whenever it was 1985 when it came out on the Nintendo. Whilst never getting particularly far in these games, I have played a fair bit of this one, and I've got to say it does really feel like you're playing the NES one. There's really no difference at all. Some of the colours possibly, and that's about it. Ah, bugger. Right, anyway, yeah, that is it. That is Super Mario Brothers on the Commodore 64. If you want to play it, go and look for it now. I found it fairly easily. I'm not going to put a link to it for obvious reasons, because chances are the link will be taken down by the time you've actually watched this video. But just do a Google, it's not particularly difficult to find. Go and grab it whilst it's still out there, because I'm sure, in fact I already read an article saying that Nintendo have already started taking the sites down, which to be honest you can't blame them. But anyway, absolutely total respect to the guy that's done this. It's just another example of just how amazing the old 8-bit computers actually were, how capable they were. It's obviously taken, you know, people say, well, why couldn't you have done that back then? Thing is, I've had 30 odd years to really get to grips with the machine. They're programming these in probably emulators, so the resources available now is far better than what they had back in the day. But anyway guys, as always, thank you very much for watching.